What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Pimo, aka Fantasy Heavyweight, back at y'all with another draft, selecting out of the 109 here today. Many ways we can go here. Running back being my preferred start, but we're going to take a different approach here. We're going to take a receiver here. We're going to lock up an elite receiver, and we know a running back will fall to us at the 204. So we're going to take a balanced approach here. We're going to select Justin Jefferson. We have Kyler Murray coming over to Minnesota. Clear upgrade from J.J. McCarthy. And I believe Kyler can support Justin Jefferson to a wide receiver 3 finish. Top 3 finish. He knows that if he wants another contract, if he wants to keep playing football, he's going to have to throw to Justin Jefferson and throw it to him often. So we're going to lock up Justin Jefferson here with our first overall selection. And we will go ahead and see who falls to us, what running back falls to us here in the second round. Cool. So there are some receivers I do like, but if we go wide receiver in the first round in a half PPR setting, I am definitely leaning. We definitely need running backs within the first 4 rounds, at least 2. So we're going to lock one up here. Amari Hampton, Kenneth Walker, Derrick Henry, definitely the top 3 I would consider. I have it ranked Derrick Henry, Kenneth Walker, then Hampton. Maybe flip Hampton and Walker, whatever floats your boat. But I have Derrick Henry at the top here. I just think him and Lamar, it's just a very elite duo, very hard to defend. They have a new play caller, new head coach. It's just new energy, good vibes there in Baltimore. And Derrick Henry is just a machine. And I think he could score easily 15 touchdowns this year, again. So, yeah, Derrick Henry would be my preference. Walker in a new situation. He should see more receptions as well. Going to have the goal line work. Not much competition behind him. The question is Mahomes coming off that ACL. I think he'll be fine, but me personally, I'd rather Derrick Henry over him. And Hampton, we have McDaniel coming out here saying they're going to use all the running backs. So that's not something you want to hear, and that's something that's something I don't want to spend a second round pick on. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to lock up Derrick Henry here. Resume this. And start this draft off. Balanced approach, Jefferson, Derrick Henry. And I am not too mad about it. All right. So our next selection here in the third round, Jeremiah Love falls. I think Jeremiah Love in the third round is a smash pick. Of course, he had the ankle twist, the ankle McTwist. He's going to be missing these next couple of preseason games, training. So that does scare me a bit. Just a little bit. We checked the receivers out. Zay Flowers, T. Higgins, Waddle, McConkey, Egbuka, Garrett Wilson. Despite the concerns, maybe Travis Etienne with Kamara now hurt. I think despite the concerns, I'm going to roll with the 3rd overall pick in the NFL draft this year, Jeremiah Love. He looked really good when he was out there. And I think for week 1, he'll be ready to rock. So we're going to lock up Jeremiah Love. And, later on down the stretch, I think we'll be thanking ourselves that we selected Jeremiah Love here. With our 4th round pick, we are looking at, running backs available. Bucky Irving, I feel like it's too early. Swift would actually be in question for me, in consideration, whatever. Bashal Tune, not into Bashal Tune. I see the upside case, but not really into him. David Montgomery, I really like Montgomery out of this group, to be honest. Houston Texans, great defense, a lot of good game scripts, goal line back. And he's now the number 1. And the receivers, a lot of great receivers here. Not into Waddle too much. McConkey, not into McConkey too much. It's another thing I forgot to say. The Chargers, their center. I I read that he damaged his ACL in that joint practice, so that's not great for the Chargers. I mean, we see what happened to them last year when their O-line was decimated. Just disaster. So not really into McConkey. Emeka Egbuka has the toe injury. And, you know, with these selections, man, I just kind of want to, well, this is contradicting myself. I kind of want to be avoiding, all right, so let's say I already made a risky pick right here, pretty much. I don't want to double down with Egbuka, also injured with his toe. I wouldn't want to do that. So Garrett Wilson would be in question for me. But to be honest, I think I'm going to rock with David Montgomery as my third running back overall. Solidify that core. And, yeah, keep it pushing. Now in these 5, 6, and 7 rounds, I could smash wide receiver. And there are a lot of great wide receiver values in these rounds, as you'll see. Luther Burden, groin injury. I did like Luther Burden. A lot of buzz. Ben Johnson was saying I'm buying Luther Burden stock. That's stuff you want to hear. Could be coach speak. But I think he was primed to have a great season. Kind of avoiding him. I'd rather go through Loveland if I wanted a piece of the Bears or Swift at this point now. So probably going to avoid Luther Burden here, even though it's honestly a good pick. But there is Mike Evans and DJ Moore. My favorite receiver is DJ Moore here. Josh Allen's #1 target. I think, new situation, kind of like what I was saying with Derrick Henry and their new coaches. Just a new, it's just a fresh start. So I know he's had a down few years, but it's a fresh start for him. Josh Allen's throwing him the ball, and I think their skill sets mesh perfectly. He's one of my flag plants for this year, DJ Moore. So I'm going to go ahead and select DJ Moore here, and we will see who comes to us at the 604. All right. So, yeah, wide receiver, like I said, this is another reason why you want to go RB early. Look at these receivers here. Christian Watson, Parker Washington, BTJ, if that's what you're into, Pittman. Just great options. Already have DJ Moore locked up. Let's check the running backs. Not great. Not great. Warren, Brooks, Pollard, Stevenson, not great. So we're going to lock in another receiver. I'm Parker over BTJ. And then Washington and Watson are my decision points here. I think I'm going to go with Watson. He's another year removed from his hamstring thing that he did where one side was bigger than the other. And he got that figured out. Now, if he could have a full season, we could see double-digit touchdowns from Christian Watson. And in a half PPR setting, I want touchdowns. We're touchdown hunting. So that's going to be an exciting player to have on the squad. Christian Watson. I do love Parker Washington a lot as well. Either or, I'm happy with. Next pick here, we have a very balanced approach, 3 and 3. We could look at some flex options now. Or I guess our flex is already filled. We can be looking to get our bench some depth. Or we can look at quarterback. Jalen Hurts is available. And I did just mention touchdown hunting. I feel like at this part of the draft, I feel like it's a no-brainer to select him. There's nobody that's really popping out to me where I need to select them over Jalen Hurts. And, yeah, Sean Mannion said they're going to be leaning on the tush push. And that's all I need to hear. So let's get Hurts on the squad. I do like Trevor Lawrence and Brock Purdy this year. I think those are my must drafts for this year. But Hurts late in this round, like this late, I'll take it. If he's going to, rush in, touchdown every game, a touchdown every other game, sign me up. But on to our next pick, 8th round here. Could pair up Hurts with Mekhi Lemon, but Mekhi with his hamstring injury hasn't even practiced this whole offseason. That's usually not great. Honestly, he may be available on the wire later in the year. But if somebody, if you're playing a league with IR spots, that could be a selection there. Diggs is a good pick here. Michael Wilson's a great pick here. But I think I'm going to lock up. We have Jefferson, DJ Moore, Watson. I do believe that wide receiver is very deep. So I think I'm going to lock up my 4th running back, RJ Harvey. Yeah, let's lock up our 4th running back here and just be done with it. We have 4 solid guys. We don't need Harvey to be anything spectacular here in the beginning weeks. But the upside case for Mr. Harvey is to the moon. Does that make sense? Nuclear? I don't know. You get the point. J.K. Dobbins, great player, but those injuries, man, back to back to back, they pile up. And all it takes is one little tweak. And R.J. Harvey is behind the best O-line in the friendliest situation for running backs in the Denver Broncos. And it's to the moon for R.J. Harvey. So give me that upside there in the 8th round, and we will see what's here in the 9th round. We're good at running back. I don't want to be shifting through these guys here. I want a solid core and call it a day. Jordan Tyson, another one. Going to be out for a few months, couple months. That one's sad. He's very talented. Casey Concepcion, a rookie I'm really invested into, as well as Denzel Boston. And look at the quarterback still available, guys. That's why, waiting on quarterback this year is definitely the move. We're going to lock in another receiver. We're going to take Casey Concepcion. Really high on him. He's been killing it at camp. Looked good in the preseason. We're going to lock that in. Let's see. Let's check out tight end. Who's available at tight end? Travis Kelce, Jake Ferguson, Likely, Kincaid, Goddard. A lot of great guys. I do like Jawan Johnson a lot this year, especially with the Tyson injury. But I think he'll be there in our next pick. So we're going to go ahead and still fill out this depth. Coker, I like Coker a lot. Jacoby Myers is a safe selection. But in these rounds, I don't want to be safe. I want to shoot for the moon. So Coker is going to be my selection. I think year 2, you see how he ended the year last year. You see what he did in that playoff game. I think he could be a very valuable pick here in the late rounds. Romeo Doubs, a great selection, honestly. But let's go ahead and take, I'm sure Jawan will be there again, so we're going to take Romeo Doubs and get some more depth at the wide receiver position. Let's take a look at running back right quick. Chris Rodriguez actually, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Yeah, let's get a 5th running back, actually. And actually, we're going to take Keaton Mitchell or Chris Rodriguez. I think the upside, Chris Rodriguez could be the starter. I know people are high on Tootin, but I think he's going to be an annoyance. But the upside, like I said, we want to shoot for upside here in the later rounds. We're going to take Keaton Mitchell. Mike McDaniel had a wanted poster for him in free agency. He got him. Clearly has a plan for him. So we're going to go ahead and take Keaton Mitchell. Super explosive, super speedy guy. Could be H-Han 2.0. And for our last selection, Jawan Johnson should still be here, should still be available. I think he just had 900 yards. Let's check that out for you right quick. Jawan. I'm on the running back tab. My fault. Let's see what Jawan Johnson did last season with Tyler Shuck. Career totals. He had 889 yards last year. 3 touchdowns. I think he could build on that with year 2 Shuck. And he's one of my favorite tight ends to take when you punt. If I don't get Loveland, Jawan Johnson's who I'm looking for later on. A lot of great guys. T. Ferg, A.J. Barner, Sadiq. He's a little bit injured right now. Likely. But we're gonna take Jawan Johnson. I just got good good feeling about them. And that's the squad, fellas. Very balanced approach. We got some good values at the quarterback position in Jalen Hurts. I think we have a lot of touchdown upside on this team. Yeah. So, yeah, let's round out the squad here. Hurts at Q. We got Derrick Henry, Jeremiah Love, David Montgomery, R.J. Harvey, Keaton Mitchell. Wide receivers, we got Jefferson, DJ Moore, Christian Watson, Casey Concepcion, Jalen Coker. And then we have Jawan Johnson. Let me go back to the board here. And yeah, that's all I got for y'all fellas here at the 109. We'll be doing the 108 next. We're just going down the line here. And yeah, man, draft season is approaching. Sub up, stay tapped in. I'm going to try and keep y'all updated with information, whatever, news, strategy, whatever. But I appreciate you if you made it to this point in the video, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace.